the Alberta Next panel's final report.
And it is ignoring the results of the consultation on at least two of the recommendations that they put forward.
Why Albertans could be busy casting referendum votes. The longest night of the year.
So it speaks to the level of the affordability issues, whether that be housing, food, utilities, and just the general cost of living.
Remembering people who died living on the streets. And festive fun.
Well, people pay for hot yoga, we've got hot candy.
What it takes to make thousands and thousands of candy canes.
CTV Calgary, local breaking news with Ian White.
Good afternoon. The UCP government is considering not one, but three referendums for Albertans to vote on. That's the result of the final report from the Alberta Next panel, released late today. Alicia Fieldberg joins us. And Alicia, what are the recommendations in that report?
Ian, there are 7 recommendations, and the province says they all aim to enhance Alberta's sovereignty within a united Canada. Premier Danielle Smith chaired the Alberta Next panel, which included members of her caucus and the community. They held town hall meetings in 10 communities this summer and fall and did professional polling and had an online survey. Now, the 3 potential referendums that we could see Albertans vote on are whether or not to opt out of the Canada Pension Plan, more provincial control over immigration, and on working with other provinces to amend the Constitution to protect provincial jurisdiction. Now, the panel suggests that could include abolishing the Senate and being allowed to opt out of some federal programs without losing the associated funding. There are also recommendations to reform equalization, the possibility of Alberta collecting its own income taxes, and transitioning away from the RCMP. Now, this conflicts with the Alberta Next online survey results, which show the vast majority do not want a provincial police force or a provincial pension plan.
If this was a consultation exercise or reflection of the consultation that was attempted in the Alberta Next panel, it has 4 things in it that were not consulted about, and it is ignoring the results of the consultation on at least 2 of the recommendations that they put forward.
The Premier's office says Smith is not available for comment. She does have her scheduled radio show tomorrow, which is expected to be the last time we hear from her for a while. A provincial press released this afternoon says that the Premier will also be out of the country on vacation from January 5th until the 19th, so exactly a month from today. Ian?
Died after being hit in a northeast crosswalk last night. It happened around 6 at the intersection of 32nd Street and 26th Avenue. Police say the pedestrian had the green light and stepped into the crosswalk when she was hit by a vehicle turning at the intersection. The woman was taken to hospital, where she later died. Police say the driver of the vehicle remained at the scene and the investigation continues. This is Calgary's 15th pedestrian fatality this year. Police are asking for help in an arson investigation. On November 4th, the back of the Bridget Bar restaurant on 10th Avenue Southwest caught fire. There was significant damage to a washroom, dining areas, and kitchen. The cause is still under investigation, but police want to talk to this person of interest who was seen in the area. He's between 25 and 35 years of age and wore a white long-sleeve sweater over a black hoodie, a red vest, gray pants, and black shoes. New details about the events leading up to a man being shot by police at the Dalhousie LRT station this week. Alberta's police watchdog says just before noon on Tuesday, a man with a knife approached a bylaw officer who was in a vehicle outside the station. Police were called, and when they arrived, they told the man to put down the knife. ACERT says the suspect moved toward officers, prompting one of them to fire his rifle. The man was taken to hospital in serious but stable condition. 23-year-old Cody Duquette faces several charges, including assaulting a peace officer with a weapon. A Calgary massage therapist has been charged with sexual assault. A client at Massage Addict claims they were touched in a sexual manner without consent during an appointment on November 20th. Dioscuro Tulip has been charged with 1 count of sexual assault. The 36-year-old has a court appearance scheduled for February. The Calgary Homeless Foundation is remembering vulnerable residents who have lost their lives this year with a special memorial downtown. The longest night of the year is an annual event to commemorate Calgarians experiencing homelessness who have recently died. This year, there were 284 people who died. It's a stark reminder of a tragic reality that isn't getting any better for Calgary's homeless population. Resource providers say days like today are especially tough, and the situation gets worse every winter.
So it speaks to the level of the affordability issues, whether that be housing, food, utilities, and just the general cost of living is really starting to impact people that may have been precariously housed previously are now tipping into homelessness, unfortunately.
To learn more about some of the resource providers in our city helping those in need, visit us online, ctvnewscalgary.ca. And indeed, it looks like a cold night, even a cold weekend coming up.
Yeah, there's a lot of cold weather in our forecast, but we don't have blizzard conditions in our forecast. It was earlier this week. All right, so let's talk about temperatures. Right now, it is quite chilly. Minus 17 is the ambient temperature. With the wind chill, it feels more like minus 25. We're looking at a cold start to the day tomorrow as well. And I could say that tomorrow afternoon will be reasonable with regards to temperature. This is your 24-hour forecast brought to you by 5th Avenue Volkswagen. Family-owned, community-driven. Discover more at 5th Avenue Volkswagen. All right, small chance of some flurries in the overnight hours. Overnight, a wind chill of minus 27. By the morning, a wind chill of minus 28. So, exposed skin can get frostbite within less than half an hour. And then by the afternoon, a wind chill of minus 17, which is more reasonable than what we've had over the last couple of days. We will warm up. There's a lot going on in the longer range forecast. I'll show you that just ahead, Ian. All right. Oh, before I get to Ian, it's the last day of the Toy Mountain campaign, and it started off with a whopping $70,000 donation from Shoppers Drug Mart this morning. Donors, sponsors, and partners also joined us at Trail Appliances today to help move the toys from the drop zone to the AMJ trucks. Thanks to our incredible community, the toy count so far is 12,255. Now, the toy value combined with cash donations is now at a total value of more than $982,000. Wow. This is the final push of our campaign in support of Fear is Not Love. And there's still some time left to drop off your donations. Check out ctvcalgary.ca for locations.
It's pretty incredible. I hear stories all the time about families who've been doing this from the very beginning when their kids were really little and now they're taller than them. And they come every year, and it's become quite a tradition in Calgary.
All right, so you can make a cash donation online or you can visit one of our nearly 30 drop-off locations. And for that information, it's at ctvcalgary.ca.
Thank you, Danielle. We are getting the stats that indicate just how bad a flu season this is. Just ahead, the province says it's adding hospital beds to care for an influx of patients. And the downtown Calgary factory of festive fun, making thousands and thousands of candy canes. Every holiday season has its sweet spots, and in Calgary, one of them is a tiny shop along 8th Avenue where a couple hand-make candy canes the old-fashioned way. At Volio's Confections, candy canes in over a dozen flavors are rolled out by hand, cut to size, and shaped into that classic Christmas hook. But before any of that happens, candy cane construction begins as a mix of science and art, and a surprising amount of physical labor as the warm candy is pulled and worked onto the hook to get it to be just the right texture and color.
We pull it on the hook to put air into it, essentially. We want the candy to be aerated. It makes it better to work with. It reflects light better, so it makes all of the colors stand out a bit more. It starts to hurt after a while, but I think we get used to it. It's like the world's best hot workout, people pay for hot yoga, we've got hot candy.
By the time Christmas hits, Volio's expects to make 25,000 candy canes this year. That's up by almost 30% from last year. I had no idea. I had no idea how candy canes are made, no matter how many I have consumed over the years.
Yeah, it's interesting. And at the end of that hot little workout, they get candy canes.
Yes.
It's not a bad thing.
Hopefully not too many.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just the right amount.
Just the right amount.
Okay.
Is there too many at Christmas time?
Yeah. Not just the right amount of, say, temperatures.
Yeah, it's cold for Calgary specifically will be in more of that freeze situation for the next few days. So expect the cold weather. Keep the big winter coat available for you for the next few days at least. All right, I'll show you the longer range in just a second. Not only did we have the cold temperatures, but it's been a gusty day as well. So 80 kilometers, that was the max in Pincher Creek. You can see south of the city, 90 almost in Lethbridge, 70 in Medicine Hat and Calgary. We got 61 kilometer per hour gusts today and just above 60 in Brooks as well. For tomorrow, it will still be windy, but less windy than this. So Calgary, Lethbridge, Drumheller over to Brooks and Medicine Hat, 40 kilometer per hour gusts for tomorrow, and up to 60 in Pincher Creek. So an improvement. But even having gusts 60 or 40 kilometers per hour when temperatures are this cold, that really does add to the wind chill. This is a look at wind chill with just the sustained wind speed, so 10, 15 kilometers per hour. This doesn't include the gusts. Minus 27 is what it feels like in the city right now. It feels like minus 18 in Pincher Creek, minus 24 Medicine Hat, minus 26 in Drumheller. And when the gusts pick up here and there, it feels even colder than this. So frostbite is possible in a short amount of time to exposed skin. So bundle up if you are heading out for these next few days, especially the next few days in Calgary. We don't have a whole lot of active weather to talk about for the next few days. So cold is the story, but not a whole lot of active weather, which is some good news for the roads, although the roads are still very slick in many spots. A little bit of snow happening, high elevations in the mountains, but not a whole lot going on. Pincher Creek area will get some snowfall for tonight and through tomorrow. We even may see a couple snowflakes in the city, but it will be very light, nothing significant at all, very short-lived and on its way out. I'm going to fast forward to late Sunday night in through Monday morning, which is really, we may see a couple flurries, Calgary to the east of Calgary, just to the south as well. But again, this is nothing significant. Our Wednesday, so Christmas Eve day, is when we may get enough to shovel. Minus 11 will be our high for tomorrow. In the morning with the wind chill, it will feel closer to minus 28. In the afternoon, it will feel closer to minus 17 with the wind chill. Again, late Sunday night in through Monday, a few flurries possible. Monday, to kick off the week, a high of minus 21. Then we bounce up to minus 3 on Tuesday. Christmas Eve day, you're looking at a high of minus 9 with 1 to 3 centimeters of snow. And just, looking forward to Thursday, Christmas Day, looking at a high of about minus 8.
Alberta is facing its worst flu spike in 15 years, with cases almost tripling over the last 2 weeks. Doctors are warning of increased strains on the healthcare system. The province is now reporting nearly 6,000 lab-confirmed cases, including 1,262 hospitalizations, 86 intensive care admissions, and 39 deaths. The Calgary zone is bearing the brunt, with close to half of all cases and hospitalizations. Health Minister Adriana LaGrange says they're managing the influx by designating 336 hospital beds and moving patients between facilities to reduce congestion at high-pressure sites. But frontline doctors warn having beds is one thing, having staff to run them is another.
There's going to be long waits. People are going to be in hallways. It's not ideal. Like there is only so much capacity, and so I would hope that next year we do a little bit better by getting the word out earlier, and address some of the bed capacity issues that we have.
The peak of the flu season is expected in late December, and emergency departments say they're likely to feel the highest pressure through the holidays. It has plenty of songs you may remember, even though it's set in Paris at the turn of the 20th century.
Because you can't.
Still ahead, the Canadian performer in Moulin Rouge, who's always prepared to play one of several roles. a better picture of how Canadians are spending as we head into the holiday season. Joining me is Robert Geary, investment advisor with the Popwich Carmeli Advisory Group. So, Robert, are Canadians still big spenders when it comes to the holiday season?
Yeah, this is an interesting one because we're following the trends of what's happened from the retail sales numbers that come out from October, and they were soft coming in here, less than expected. November's first look at the numbers into November, I would say slightly a little bit better. We're getting a rebound on auto sales, a little bit on some of the items that were really weak in October, like food and beverage, but not a ton. So the word here is uncertainty. If there's uncertainty of the economy and what we expect in the first half of 2026, people are still hesitant. So although we don't have the big numbers coming in from December on what the actual retail sales of the holiday season say, the expectations that it could be a little muted. Expectations going into next year is that if we don't get new population increases through policy and this doesn't change, that we could have some stall out on some retail numbers.
And Donald Trump signs an executive order regarding cannabis, and that is reflected in cannabis stocks as well.
Yeah, we're seeing some of the Canadian cannabis stocks here move, up today. And I think that the main reason is the reclassification that Trump is talking about, that reclassifying it from a class 1 to a class 3. And there's a couple of things that it could happen here. This is all a could and a wait and see comment, because a lot of things have to happen with the DEA and whatnot to reclassify this. But what this would do would open up a lot more availability of research spending on what this means, especially in the healthcare space, especially across the multitude of states. So this is all state regulated, not completely on a federal level yet. So this is the big one. And the Canadian cannabis companies are saying, hey, this could be an opportunity. And so that's why we're seeing them move higher today. What's on tap next week? We're looking at GDP. So how the Canadian and U.S. economies are coming on deck next week.
Okay. Thanks very much.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Elections Alberta says it's been notified there will be a new citizens petition question submitted on coal mining in the Alberta Rockies. Musician Corb Lund applied earlier, but rule changes meant the petition was not issued. Lund has been a vocal opponent of any coal mining and exploration in the eastern slopes of the Rockies. He has now submitted his intention to reapply for the petition. He will also not be subject to the new petition fee of $25,000. His application will still cost $500. The Alberta Party has a new name, the Progressive Tory Party of Alberta. Peter Guthrie is the leader and made the announcement over social media last night. It comes 2 weeks after the province introduced Bill 14, which limits provincial party names. The off-limit words include Conservative, Democratic, Wild Rose, and others. UCP MLAs say it so people don't confuse parties. Guthrie initially attempted to revive the Alberta Progressive Conservative Party. The Alberta Next panel releases its final report and recommendations. Here's Tara Nelson with a look ahead to CTV News at 6.
Hi, Ian. The report follows this summer's town hall tours along with an online survey and government polling. Some of the recommendations include establishing an Alberta police force, holding referendums on a provincial pension plan, and more control over immigration. Coming up at 6, what the opposition is saying about all those findings. Also ahead, our one-on-one interview with Calgary's police chief. Coming up, what she has to say about the pressures facing the force, plus her priorities for the new year. Ian.
Thanks, Tara.
This is where all your dreams come true. You are the Moulin Rouge.
Moulin Rouge won 10 Tony Awards when it debuted on Broadway in 2019, among them Best Musical. The show makes its first appearance in Calgary early next year. And joining me is Justina Avillard. She's a Canadian performer with Moulin Rouge. She joins us today in San Francisco. Great to see you.
You too. I'm so excited to be here.
So you are designated as a swing performer in Moulin Rouge, which means you do multiple roles. How many roles do you do?
I cover 6 of
wow.
the dancer on stage, yes.
Okay, so you don't know what's going to happen from night to night. How do you manage that?
A lot of deep breaths. It's so funny. I feel like yesterday even I was planning to go on for one track and I got a call maybe at 11 that I was going to be on for a different track. So I think it's just like, okay, I got this, I review, and you just have to go on and know that you know what you're doing and hope it goes well.
and this is because of illness in the show, perhaps?
Yeah, I think especially with a show like this, we have such heavy dance numbers. Sometimes injuries happen. It's kind of been the cold winter season coming up, so people have been getting sick. So they have a few swings just ready to go at all times, and we get utilized so much more than you would expect.
And of those 6 roles, do you have a favorite?
Right now, I do have one favorite. It tends to just be the role that I go on for the most, so it really feels like home. But saying that, I think when I go on for a different track, it makes it even more exciting because I haven't visited that side of the stage recently.
Moulin Rouge opens in Calgary January 6th. To see my extended interview with Justina Avillard, visit ctvnewscalgary.ca. We have a cold weekend ahead of us in Calgary and in the mountains as well. Right now it is mainly clear and minus 18. Wind chill of minus 27. Danielle has the details coming up. So the short term, the weekend is pretty cold, but beyond that, closer to Christmas, a bit warmer.
A bit warmer, yes. And I will show you your Christmas forecast in just a second here. But first, an important tidbit of today. At 3 a.m., we were at -1. By 4 a.m., we were at -15. So temperatures plummeted today. Currently, we're at -18. And that -1 is a bit deceiving, let's be honest, for a daytime high. All right, yes, it's cold for the next few days. The coldest will be Monday with a daytime high around -20, -21. When we look at Christmas Day, Thursday, -8 is the forecast daytime high. We should see 1 to 3 centimeters of snow Christmas Eve day, so Wednesday, and then quiet and mainly sunny Thursday for Christmas.
Thanks, Danielle. The Tube Park at Windsport opens for the season tomorrow. This year, there'll be 8 lanes for tubers to slide down. To make access easier, the park has a new entrance and parking lot, but it's important to note you can't access either from the Day Lodge parking lot. The Tube Park is open daily during the holiday season, with the exception of Christmas Day. Following that, it will be open Friday to Sunday until the end of March. Looks like lots of fun. Thanks for joining us. Now here's the early edition of the CTV National News.